This is CallumSmiles for Vox Populi, and today I want to try and make sense of all this news surrounding the upcoming Aston Villa versus Maccabi Tel Aviv match. Some are saying Jews are banned from going to football, which isn't entirely true. Some are saying it's the Muslims, which again we don't know to be true. Some are blaming anti-Semitism, which again we don't know to be true. But whilst some, or maybe all of this, might be correct, at the time of this recording, all that is technically hearsay. Now I will share my opinion before getting into what we know to be true and not hearsay, and that is that I am concerned that this incident, because it's quite a trivial one and is a bit of a, should be a nothing story, is being used by the state to clamp down freedom of speech or the increase of surveillance powers. That is my worry. And that this could be another classic example of problem, reaction, solution by the state. What we know so far is that West Midlands Police claims they have concerns about its ability to deal with any potential protests when the Israeli side come to play at Villa Park in the Europa League on Thursday the 6th of November. The Safety Advisory Group, who are the body responsible for issuing safety certificates for matches, informed Villa that there'll be no travelling fans permitted at the match in Birmingham. West Midlands Police said it's based on current intelligence and previous incidents, including violent clashes and hate crime offences between Ajax and Maccabi Tel Aviv fans before a match in Amsterdam in November 2024, which to me doesn't seem to add up, as now there is a peace deal, there should surely be no need to protest. More importantly, we don't need to protest a football team who've killed no one. However, you can understand through a non-biased eye the reason behind West Midlands Police taking this action, as there was a lot of violence in Amsterdam. The incident in question, more than 60 people were arrested and 5 were given prison sentences over violence in the city, which city officials described as a toxic combination of anti-Semitism, hooliganism and anger over the war in Gaza, Israel and everywhere else in the Middle East. However, the Israeli fans there were also guilty of committing violence. Now, it's worth mentioning that Birmingham is no longer an English city.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar,
English city. As of the 2021 census, it shows that white British is no longer the majority in Britain's second biggest city. It's also worth mentioning, before anyone runs away with the "this is anti-Semitism" theory, that this isn't an entirely unique situation, and this has happened numerous times before on safety grounds. I mean, even in the same round of this competition, Napoli will not have any Eintracht Frankfurt fans at their game on the 4th of November because the police there have deemed the risk is too much due to violence. However, given the large amount of Muslims in Birmingham, particularly in positions of political power, there is a large amount of those who pretty openly hate Israel and Jews altogether, and that could inflame tensions, and it wouldn't be too wide of the mark to suggest that regardless of when this game is to be played, there would be huge problems. It is also worth mentioning that the travelling Tel Aviv fans seem to be looking to cause problems in Amsterdam when they played there, as some were filmed tearing down Palestinian flags, others were chanting anti-Palestinian slogans, and basically they were antagonising locals. Now, what is concerning is that the Prime Minister is now weighing in on this. At the start of this video I claimed this is a bit of a nothing story. We have a Prime Minister that seems more concerned about a handful of Israeli fans being able to watch a match here in the United Kingdom, not Israel, when they've recently shown that they can't be trusted, And that's not me saying Israelis can't be trusted, it's that this handful of fans have shown they can't be trusted. They cannot behave like adults. Instead of the Prime Minister focusing on things such as stopping boats or bringing to justice grooming gangs. So if you want my opinion on the matter, my opinion is, why is the Prime Minister taking such an interest in this? And what might they sneak through the back door whilst we're all focused on this football match? What are your thoughts? Do let us know in the comments. And don't forget to head over to the website where you can find everything else that myself and the rest of the team have done. I'll see you next time.